But one other question, Dr. Hodes, on Alzheimer's. It has to do with the question about the biology of aging. When we think of Alzheimer's, cancer, congestive heart failure as distinct diseases, one thing they have in common, it comes with aging. And so if we could learn more about the aging process, we think that might give us more insight into this. The National Institute of Aging took the lead in establishing a group to coordinate efforts across the NIH on understanding the role aging plays in susceptibility to age-related diseases. Can you just tell us a little bit more about the current activities of this interest group and why it's important?
Thank you for that question, and I would be happy to. Just as you describe, aging is clearly a risk factor for many of the changes, diseases, conditions that occur as the years go by, and there is increasing evidence that there are identifiable underlying biological processes that occur with aging that may be of interest not only in their own purely scientific right, but because they give clues as to points of intervention to affect many of the conditions with aging. With this in mind, with increasing evidence, exciting studies such as a recent demonstration that in experimental animals, small numbers of cells which can be identified as senescent, they behave abnormally, they secrete abnormal proteins, but are there in very small numbers, when through very ingenious genetic manipulations they are removed from a live animal, a mouse model, the mouse does better. The mouse has reversed many of the conditions that occur with aging as an example of the way that intervening at this basic level may have broad implications. Based on this kind of conviction, there has been over the past several months discussions beginning with a number of us at the table here as institute directors, a support of an interest group that brings together those who may have primary affiliations with various disease, organ-centered institutes and centers, but in common have reason to believe that the underlying aging process is relevant to all of us. This interest group now has sponsored and will continue a series of lectures, of journal clubs, but most importantly, creates a new forum for looking at ways in which common support from across NIH towards problems that are appropriately targeted for the benefit of all of us based on the condition of aging will benefit. And it's truly an exciting time and a revolutionary kind of expansion in the way this consciousness now has progressed across NIH. So we're very excited by it and think it has great promise for making our research more efficient, more targeted to serve all.